Good morning friends. Today we are going to discuss very important article, that is biogas fixed dome type. This is a very important article we are going to study in the today's lecture, because in the last period we have studied about the non-conventional energy sources, in that solar cell and wind energy, biomass. These are the different types of non-conventional energy sources we have to discuss in the last some PPTs. Now this model is very important, that is biogas dome type model. That model is also called as Janta model. Sometimes it is also called as Chinese model. Janta model or Chinese model, it is very important for here, because this type of model is used to create a biogas. And here we have to consider what are the different parts in this type of biogas fixed dome type model. Why it is called as fixed dome type model? Because its upper part is fixed, so it is called as fixed type. Sometimes it is also called as very popular, that's why it is called as Janta model. Or sometimes it is also because it is developed firstly in China, so it is called as Chinese model. And what are the parts in this type of model? The first important part in this type of model is inlet mixing tank, biogas and water. Firstly, we have to take some feed, biomass, water, that is liquid waste in that tank. That is the number one point. First one point is what we have to say, that inlet mixing tank, biogas, water. In that we have to feed biomass and water and liquid waste is there, and they are stirring. What will happen, that the slurry is produced, and that slurry is feeding to this type fixed dome through a stirrer with handle. Here we have to stirring that slurry and biomass and water waste to form a liquid waste, and that liquid waste slurry is feeding to the inlet pipe to the digester tank. Digester tank को feed करने के बाद क्या होता है, यहाँ पे बड़ा handle होता है, that is 6 point, what we have to say, that a big handle, and that handle is what we have to say here. Stirrer is used here. Again here small stirrer, here a very big stirrer we have used to stirring that by using the handle automatically. And then what we have to say, that a biogas is here produced because of stirring and that feeding and biomass material and waste liquid slurry, it produces the biogas. And that biogas is nothing but what we have to say, that one more reaction is that CH4, that is methane, plus CO2 plus H2S, because here in that gas what we have to contain, that is 60% of CH4 and 40% of that what we have to say, that CO2 and H2S. And this gets what we have to say, that by gas, and that gas is outlet through the gas outlet pipe. And here what we have to say, that the ground level is maintained of all the dome type of model. Finally what we have to say, that sometimes what this slurry and that feed is coming to the digester tank, and what will happen, that we have to discharge that is slurry and discharge tank by using a damper window. We have to open this damper window, and this can be discharging. Finally this can be discharging through that discharge window, and fresh material is we have to take inside in the what we have to say, that is a digester tank. And this wasted material we have to open the damper for the discharging window, and that slurry discharge tank can be removed that. And finally again we have to feeding this type of material in that fixed type of biomass material, that is in the biomass and water and liquid waste. It can be stirred this to the handling, and after that it gets that final biogas product. Biogas is equals to what we have to say, that is CH4 plus CO2 plus H2S. This is a very important concept we are going to discuss here. And that model is also called as what we have to say, that it is used for economic size of the biogas plant. It is used for economic size of biogas plant, and that economic size is near about 0.5 to 2 meter cube per day. That gas can be produced. and this is adopted basically in China, so it is called as what, a Chinese model, or sometimes it is also called as Janta model. While we have to explaining this type of model, this reaction is very important. Which reaction here? That is biogas is equals to, that is CH4 plus CO2 plus H2S. This reaction, we have multiple choice question maybe asked on that. What percent of CH4 in that? That is 60%, and CO2 and H2S, what we have to say that it is 40%. Near about 100% of the biogas can be produced by using this material. And here it is used for economic size of the biogas plant, having production is near about 0.5 to 2 meter cube per day. This is the condition we have to use for this type of biogas plant. This is very important for fixed dome type of biogas plant. And these are the near about 9 points we have to discuss. First one is inlet mixing tank biogas water. पहिल्यामध्ये आपल्याला जे आहे the inlet mixing at feeding water and biomass waste can be stirring by using that stirring handle, and that support to the inlet pipe that is given to the inlet pipe to the digester tank. Here the second one is stirring with the handle. This can be used here, stirring with the handle, and that can be supplied to the inlet pipe, and that inlet pipe is attached to the digester. And here all the biomass and slurry can be given to the digester tank, and that used by using a big handle. That is stirring is again here, that is by using the fifth is the stirring, and sixth one is what, handling. That handle can be produced the liquid that can be produces the biogas, and that biogas can be what we have to get that is out by gas outlet pipe. And finally that wastage of the slurry and the slurry discharge tank is there, that is using the damper. That number is what, damper, that can be open. It gives a digester window, and that digester window can be out the wastage of the material. So this model is called as Janta model or Chinese model. This is a very economic model. It produces the gas in about 0.5 to 2 meter cube per day. Multiple choice we have to remember. This point is also important for this type of fixed dome type of gas model. Thank you.